Hi everyone, it's Mr. underscore Rotor from Mixer. This video I'm making is about copyrights and how, as streamers, we can protect ourselves. As many of you probably are aware, Twitch has been recently hit by the Digital Millennial Copyright Act, also known as DMCA, and streamers have been pulling their prior VODs down. Uh, Film Mixer is going to be the next ones to be doing this here shortly, and I wanted to provide as much detail as possible so that we can all protect ourselves and our content. So before I go on, a little bit about myself. I'm not just a streamer making a video about copyright law. Okay, I want to start by saying that I actually hold a master's degree in public policy, and this is not me providing any legal advice in any way. All the information I'm providing in this video is publicly accessible, and I'll be showing that throughout this video. What I will be focusing on in here is related specifically to the United States to start with, and then I'll be going into some details that can be related to other countries. So to start off with, the information I have here, so this is the DMCA, Digital Media Copyright. For here is information related to Cornell School of Law. So you can feel free to browse this information if you'd like. It's definitely if you can't sleep at night, it's a great late night read. It has all of the US code related to copyright. Quite a bit of it here. What I'm actually going to focus in on, though, is this section here. So, with this is actually uh, the section about fair use, and I'm just going to go ahead and read that to you since it might be hard to see. Notwithstanding the provisions of Section 106 and 106A, the fair use of copyright work, including such use by reproduction in copies or phonorecords, or by any other means specified by that section for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching to include multiple copies for classroom use, scholarship, or research, is not an infringement on copyright. In determining whether the use of made as work in particular case is a fair use, the factors to be considered shall include 1. The purpose and character of the use, including whether such use is of a commercial nature or is for nonprofit educational purposes. 2. The nature of the copyrighted work. 3. The amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. And 4. The effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. The fact that a work is unpublished shall not in itself bar a finding of fair use if such finding is made upon consideration of all the above factors. Okay, so yeah, long-winded, that's legal jargon. Okay, this is why I'm here, why I'm going to talk about this. So let me break that down. What does all that mean, right? Okay, so let's break this down. I'm going to show you a clip. I think this is an important clip. Just listen in. Okay, so Murder at Midnight. Yeah, as you heard, yeah, me joking in the background about wouldn't that just be murder the next day? Okay, so when you're providing commentary or speaking in relationship to the video, this is considered protected under fair use because you are actually performing a criticism or comment. Going back into the actual definition, when they bring this up in Cornell's law books, if you are using it to perform a criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research, it is not an infringement of copyright. Period. Done. If you're making commentary with whatever kind of material you're using, it's not an infringement of copyright. You are actually using fair use. So let's say, for example, you're listening to some music on string and you're singing along with it. This is another example of fair use. However, this falls into that subsection 3. the amount and substantiability of the portion used in relationship to the copyrighted work as a whole. So, what they mean by that is if you were singing along with a music video, you were actually creating your own content over top of their content. It is just supporting material. So it is again a fair use. A lot of people don't seem to understand that fair use is the way to get around a lot of these things if you are actually using material. Now, some people are kind of on the gray area about being able to use fair use. I completely understand that. It does make sense to me. I will say that if you feel comfortable enough and you feel that the argument of fair use applies, you need to be able to speak up and just say, hey, I feel this is fair use, and bring it to the attention of the host platform. So in our case, Mixer, Twitch, if you're on Twitch, you need to be communicating to the people on Twitch so that you can be able to get your material back. One example that place that does this very well is Facebook. Facebook is very good at its copyright. Now, what they will do is they have a program that recognizes information as far as music or words that are being said, and it runs an algorithm. If it thinks that it infringes a copyright, it sends out a notice to you saying that, hey, we feel this is copyrighted material. Do you wish to dispute it? If you choose to dispute it, you can actually go to the bottom of the form and say other and type in fair use. What that does is it gives you 7 days to refute from the owner, from the copyright user to refute whatever it is they feel is an infringement. Most of the time, this just pops back saying, "Yep, we're releasing the hold. Yeah, you're right. This is fair use." What I'm about to show you here in a second on our next one kind of helps get around that. And this is actually performing um, a true legal standing for copyrighted material. So kind of a quick explanation. The next thing that I'm going to talk about, like I said, is how to legally stream copyrighted material. And it's actually pretty easy if you know where to go. So I'm going to actually show you that right now. So this place right here is called the ACE repository. Um, you can also just type in ASCAP.com in your web browser and it will take you to this site. So what I'm looking at right here is from one of my favorite bands called The Who. Um, they're a Mongolian-based band, and Jacob Shaddix from Papa Roach actually sings a song with them. It's called Wolf Totem. So if I wanted to play that music on my stream and I legally wanted to do that, I can go to this website. I can type in who the performer is, along with the title, and I can do a search. It'll then bring up information related to that. So the one that I have here, I did full straight up search and put in the performer who, the title, Wolf Totem, and it brings us this information. It gives me actual contact information. So the publishers on this are two places called Meatlocker Publishing and Meatlocker 2019 Publishing. I can click on the little down arrow and I'm going to bring this up a bit bigger. I'm going to go to about really big here because I want you guys to be able to see this. Okay. Wolf Totem, information, and it keeps scrolling down. And right here, contact information. I can then click on this drop down arrow right here and click on that and look, I have their information. I now can actually contact this company and request for copyright permission to use their stuff on my stream. Now, this is where most people get into trouble on themselves. There's nothing legally wrong with contacting these people. Okay. You've got to get past that. You've got to get past the fear of, oh, well, this is a major star. They're not going to even listen to me. I can tell you right now, they will. Because if you are contacting them and saying, hey, I am a streamer, I'm providing content to other people, and as a content creator, I would like to be able to use your content as well. to help support my stream. Most of them are going to support that. So part of this is you've got to get past that barrier of yourself. That's usually typically the big barrier when you pull up this information. Yeah, you're contacting these people. By doing that, though, you have all legal standing. My suggestion would be if you do go this route, if you speak to them on the phone, that you request them to send you a letter either via email or by actual mail so that you have actual documented proof that they have given you permission. And that's all it takes. So again, like I said, this is very easy. A lot of people should be using this, and I know it's just not out there. People don't know that it's there. But again, ascap.com, and just go to the repository. Do your search, click on the contact information, and send them a message. So that being said, I do appreciate you guys all coming out and looking at this video, and I hope I was able to answer a lot of your questions related to copyright. If you do have any other questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Again, that's Mr. _Rotor at Mixer. And again, I hope this helped you.